No, the real question is with his skill set, if you trade him and Steph, how good would Trae Young be?
Gil.
I don't think he would. Listen, he's not going to be Steph.
Yeah.
He's not going to be.
It's important that you prep, just like you packed me up for the Brady Draymond thing. It's important you got to preface that. Because they hear that, Gil, and they're already trying to clip it.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
No.
He gonna package it now.
We have to really think about it. He's not going to be Steph, what Steph is. He's going to be different, but he's going to be a different because he does average 10 assists.
Yep.
So he does have that ability to sit here and do this. Now you have other players that's just as smart as him. What he doesn't have the ability to play without the ball like Steph. So that's where Steph gets him in that element. But he has something Steph don't have either, right? So they have two different skill sets.
Yeah.
So I just want to know if he was in that situation, what would he be?
Do you add 10 more points to that?
See, that's what I'm saying. Does he score more
without the ball? Yes. With guys who can throw him the ball on back cuts.
I think he might score less, but more assists.
I would think he does because one thing he does better than Steph is get to the free throw line.
Yes.
We talk about this all the time. Why does Trae Young get so much hate?
Because he's a shit talker when he scores, right? When you're a shit talker, people hate you, right? It's just one of those things when you score buckets and talk trash after each bucket, it's like, man, it ain't that good anyway. Like, that's where that comes from. Westbrook was called overrated, or he was one of the overrated players when he averaged a triple-double by the NBA players.
Steph was considered overrated too.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he was light-skinned.
Yeah.
It's a light skin.
You think? I mean,
it starts with the light skin.
I wasn't gonna say. I'm glad you did.
It starts with it, right? Because it's like you soft and you fragile and you always finicky with your fucking fouling and shit. Then we start to see you got game, and it's like, I really hate this little light skin motherfucker. Like, you really out there scorching. So you compare Trae to Steph, and you're like, these two motherfuckers kind of play alike, right? So shooting from that deep and being able to hit the floater, get fouled, shoot that bitch 90% from the free throw line, they gonna hate you, right? That ain't overrated. That's just niggas just don't know how to stop your ass. Niggas is just mad.
So I mean, that's what the list really is. It's just that
it should be like, who's the biggest hater, Paul? And let them
you're that dude. Like you're the most overrated for averaging. What do you average?
26.
26 and 10.
Yes.
Let me pull it up.
You gotta be a hater to be on that type of time.
You're 26 and 10, and you are overrated. Like, where is the love? Right? Where's the love? It's not like he's getting all this shine. It's just that for the stuff he talks, probably on the court, is just players talking about, man, you ain't even like that.
What did you think about Kevin Martin from SAC?
I liked him.
I like Kevin, right? People thought he was overrated, but he averaged like 23.
But did he talk?
He didn't talk. He didn't say nothing, but he had the same air that Trae has. Whereas that, you know you're going to foul me. I know I'm going to do this, right? And it's like seeing how Kmart used to play and how people looked at his game and they didn't respect his game, but he put 30 balls on niggas' heads, like, bang.
It's usually that trash talker. You just be like, man, fuck, you ain't even like that, bro. You ain't even like that. That's where that comes from. So
I got to know, is Trae Young a guy that you would want to play with?
I mean, he averages 10 assists. So, he's coming up off the ball. He's a quick shooter, which means because he shoots the ball fast, there's more opportunities in the game versus someone who's going to pound it, set up the play, walk the ball down the court. Like, even if you're a pure point guard, you're walking the ball down the court, you're setting up the offense, and all. Fuck you, right? That's slow basketball. That means you're handicapping the possessions. I want to play with a guy who's gonna sit there, push the tempo. I don't give a shit if you shoot 30 times a game. If your speed is fast, everyone gets to eat. So like a Kaylin Clark, right? She leads the nation in scoring, but they don't realize she leads it in assists too, right? Because other players are eating, and that's the type of player I want to play with. I want to play with up-tempo guard who puts more possessions in the game so everyone can eat.
Man, and he's a crafty, intelligent player. I don't think he gets enough credit for being One of those gym rat players that understands the game. He does have a little bit of a selfish mentality when it comes to his ability, but all of us do when you know what you can do. I like playing with a guy like him, not just because he passes it, but he makes the right play when he needs to. He's aggressive first. Look for your shot first as a point guard. I expect that. I've seen it from Raymond Felton. I've seen it from Chris Paul. Really aggressive guards. Gills, perfect examples. When you turn that corner, it's you first. You dictate the rest of everybody else getting the shot based on how much pressure you put on the point and how much pressure you put on the big. So I like Trae because he puts pressure on them. He makes him play honest defense, and he makes the right play sometimes. The 5 turnovers is just a bit much because he don't got no help really out there outside of DeJounte when it comes to, you know, trying to offset and balance the scoring. But I love the way that he plays as far as the intelligent, knowing where to go, how to be, what plays to make. He just needs more veteran players that know how to play around him. It's just a young team.
You know what I did see last game against Cavs? He makes a play, passes to the open guy, and that open guy doesn't shoot the ball, right? Those players won't get the ball back. I'm sorry, because what ends up happening is
You talking about Trae in the playoffs?
Trae in the playoffs.
Celtics?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Just making sure they don't pass.
I'm sorry. You're making a play that's wide open. This guy is pump faking, taking one dribble, passing. You just fucked up everything, right? Take the shot. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. Take the shot. You keep your defense honest. If he knows that he can stop me and still get back to your shot, I'm done. If you shoot the shot, you make it. Next time I drive, he won't be there.
Man.
Right? And there's shots in the game where you have to take the shot. Stop looking for a better shot. That was the best shot.
Yep.
And when you're talking about a player like Trae Young, he's relying on these players to make shots and take shots.
Yep.
You still need to take the shots. It's a wide open. There's nothing going to get better than your guy trying to take a charge of me. I pass it to the corner and you're wide open. That's the best shot, right? If you hit the side of the backboard, I'm going to be bad. I'm going to be laughing. I want you subbed out of the game, but you took the shot. You took the shot, though. And I think that's what happens sometimes in the games where these guys, the role players, they're not taking the shots that they're supposed to take. If it's an open shot and you've taken that shot in practice, shoot it. Shoot it because it helps the guy. It helps the best player.
But Gil, it's a comparison of a good team and a bad team. You really look at it, right? Trae Young compared to Jason Tatum, making the same plays to different players. We're gonna take them shots because we know what kind of caliber team we are. We got to be a championship type team. Take championship type shots in championship type moments. Draw, kick, boom, shoot that. There ain't even no question because when you come back to the bench, everyone's looking at you like, "What are you doing? Why you ain't shoot that?"
I know
on
the
a
one
bad
person
team,
that's not looking.
on a bad team though, what is
Every
they doing?
episode.
The bad team, they looking at you like you went. I mean, last time you shot at niggas was complaining. Hey, shit, why you ain't? I was swinging too. So now Trae is sitting there like, why am I even passing
the
to
ball?
these motherfuckers?
Exactly.
Man, what am I doing? I could have shot that.
And that's something I want to hit both of y'all on because I'm be doing these underdog pick'ems. I'm doing a lot of assists because, you know, I like Dre, I like Westbrook. But nothing frustrates me more than they make that good pass. Dude either doesn't shoot it good, like you say, or tricks off a wide open shot. So how frustrating and bothersome is that to you guys as players when you got a guy and it gets to that point where shit, I can't even pass to you, dog, because you're gonna trick this assist off for me.
Yeah, look, I never really worried about, you know, the assist total because the style that, you know, the offense that I was in was Princeton offense, so it's a team assist. My thing was always this, that if you're open, please shoot the ball.
All right.
Right? If someone doubles me and I pass you the ball and then you don't shoot the shot, it's like, why are you out here? You're trying to pass me back the ball so your man can come. If I pass you the ball, you hit the three, he's not coming next time. Now I get to take him off the dribble.
For sure.
But if you're not doing your job, of course your man's gonna keep leaving. And now I'm coming at you sideways because you're a whole fucking NBA player and your man leaving you. Like, why are you even in this league if your man's leaving you to come guard me?
Come on, man.
That's the shit I be thinking of. That's the shit I think about when I'm playing. Like, you're an NBA player, and your man is not even guarding you. You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you getting paid for? If he can leave you to come get me.
That's real talk. When you have a Super Bowl dominant guard like Trae, how much does that take away from other guys in the offense?
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't because the style of play. It's the style of play versus the person themselves, right? You know, if you're talking about a team that he's walking the ball up the court, they're taking about 80 shots a game, scoring about 102 versus, you know, someone scoring 120. I'd rather play with a guy who's scoring that's scoring 120, no matter who. If it's him, if it's Steph, if it's KD. I want to play with those guys no matter how much they average because option 2. Think about Golden State Warriors, right? Kevin Durant averaging 27. Curry's averaging 26. Third was averaging 21. Third, 21. That's a max contract.
Absolutely.
You're the third option asking for max versus a third option somewhere else averaging 12. Like, I want to be in that type of offense where everyone's numbers is so inflated that you get to really argue about your money.
But you got to go to the coaching too. Like you said, style of play, right? The usage rate and how much you pound that bitch and have to have the ball in your hand. You go back to like Utah Jazz, right? You would think Darren Williams was a pounder, right? Because they got to run the pick and roll and da-da-da-da-da. But then you look at CP. He was he's pounded. Usage rate crazy, but like Trae Young has to, right? Because where's their offense going to come? And the coach is not formulating an offense that's getting everybody involved without him having to have the ball. It's all opportunities and situations that really kind of dictate what a player becomes in our league. And it's unfortunate because like Trae doesn't ask for this opportunity. He goes into it. And he had to build and formulate his skill set around the coaching style and whatever the system is. Then he gets criticized for adapting to that. Now I've figured out how to be in here and get my points off and be a good player, not the maximum. He probably don't even think he's maximizing. He's like, man, I'm just playing a role. And I'm getting 26 and 10 playing a role. Shit, let me really do what I need to do. I could average 15 assists. I think he that unselfish when he got a guy like Capella. Imagine if he had a Mark Stoudemire. Oof. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if give him a real player, right?
Give him a real player.
Give him a real player that you could throw him the ball to and or just put it down and get something every time you give it to him. Or you got a wing guy like Stojakovic or Joe Johnson or Richardson. Come on, man. These knockdown shooters. That's bucket. Trae Young got that with this and that. Come on, man. We talking about some different shit. Niggas is just haters.
Ages 0. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen of few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse, blessed with desire, it's true. I'ma say it loud, none other than who?